Who would like to improve their freshman grades and attitude towards college? All we can do here at First Year Experience Inc. is improve freshman students' grades by a substantial amount. We can help students transition from high school to their college career with exciting events that we host and incredible speakers that we bring in to talk to the freshmen. And we can assist students on becoming the best that they can be. Now, I want to pass it off to Erin Moody so she can tell you about our company's background.
Hello, my name is Erin Moody, and I attended the University of West Georgia, and I graduated with the Business Management degree. However, now I am back working with the First Year Inc. team in enabling children and freshmen, incoming freshmen, to have a great first year experience. And what we do at First Year Inc., we basically motivate, inspire, and encourage students to have fun, to be involved, to join organizations and clubs and different things like that. And in the end, with kids joining these organizations, clubs, being involved on campus, our different programs, reaching out to them, warning them of failure in classes, and showing them all these new resources and tutoring available to them in order to maintain their grades. In the end, it enables them to maintain a good GPA. It keeps them on the right track to graduate. Many of them end up having higher GPAs or staying in school as opposed to other freshmen or other people who are not participating actively in the program. Our company builds credibility by staying trustworthy and committed to these children. This is our main focus, our main goal, to make sure that they are having a successful first year, that they are creating memories, making lifelong friends, joining these organizations that interest them most. So that's just a little bit about our program that started in 1990. Yeah, thank you.
In summation, we begin by taking a student personality type. By taking such tests, we are able to allow students for the first time perhaps to see what their personality is truly like. Perhaps they're an introvert and don't know it. Perhaps they're an extrovert and don't know it. Perhaps they're a thinking type of person or maybe even a feeling type of person. Many students will come into the university not knowing these things. By beginning with such a test and helping to educate these students as to what these things mean, we're able to help these students stay engaged better as well as learning what type of abilities they have and what natural well-doings they have. We also help after this test to engage students with professors in these various departments. By engaging these students and the professors, they begin to build strong connections with one another. If a student is building a relationship with a professor, they're more likely to actually come back to college the next year. They're apt to be more interested, more involved with what's going on, more involved with their academics as well, by understanding what the professor wants, as well as what the departments may demand from these various students. This also helps from the personality type test that they know the areas in which they are able to better perform than they are maybe in another area. After this, we also help with the social correspondence throughout the community. We try to build relationships between students and community involvement. Oftentimes, through an association such as Greek Life, students begin to be involved with very philanthropic involvements throughout the community. By being involved in these, they're making connections with these community leaders, with these other people within the community. By doing as such, these students are connected not only to the university, these students are connected to their community. While they're living here at college, this will be their home. This will be where they're interacting with one another. After this personality test and by building relationships with these professors, and then by building the relationships within the community itself, through all of these various measures, students are better connected and more likely to stay involved both academically and socially while on this university. Now I would like to introduce to you Taylor Atkins, who will be discussing our statement of need for our organization. In what ways does our organization actually market to students and other members? We actually begin with a large social media presence. By advertising on these various social media networking sites, our name is already out there to students that may fall in the demographics of likely incoming freshmen at the University of West Georgia. Then, once we have our own campus presence, when students begin coming in that first week, maybe even the second week, they've already heard us through our advertisements. They've already seen us there. Now they actually have a truer connection when they meet us in person, increasing the likelihood that they will sign up for our services. We also give them pointers and tips that they can do at this point, also increasing their interest in our organization. And lastly, through word of mouth recommendations from other students. By having these word of mouth recommendations from these past members, oftentimes students also already know someone else who has used our services and had a favorable understanding of what our organization serves to do for students. This also increases our number of students who begin to enroll in our services as they already have someone else that they trust. So through these social media efforts, then with the truer connection of face-to-face, as well as someone who has recommended them to our services, a student is likely to begin to connect with us and enroll in our services so that we may actually help them.
Hi, my name is Taylor, and I'll be discussing the needs of our first year experience company. The first year experience program, adopted by many colleges over the country, is intended to help high school graduates better transition into the college environment. While many colleges have different methods in their first year experience program, the University of West Georgia's program consists of Living Learning Community, Learning Communities, and a course called UWG 1101. The first year experience provides valuable information about the campus and all that it has to offer to encourage student academic and social success. We believe that our recommendation can help our line of business in many ways. One of the best ways we feel we can improve the company is by consulting with the staff and, most importantly, the students. By surveying the students, we can better understand how the program has personally benefited them throughout the semester, or if there are any changes to be considered to make the program more efficient. Our recommendations are primarily based on student involvement, which we feel is very important. The schools listed have adopted the first year experience, and as you can see, getting students involved during the first year helps them build the confidence to participate and engage with others within their classes, as well as helping the academic rate rise, creating a positive college career path, which can encourage them to re-enroll the next year.
Hi, I'm Alex Edwards, and I'm responsible for doing the recommendations section for the FYE department. For the first section on improving the FYE department's image, we thought that teaming up with a reputable organization such as Habitat for Humanity would be great for a number of reasons. By doing that, our students are engaging in a resume building activity. Students are always looking for incentives to do these type of things, and building your resume is definitely an incentive. But for our department, it would look great for the university to just reach out to the local community and genuinely help going forward, trying to reach out to other campuses across the nation to convince those universities that to add the FYE department. I think this would be great to be able to back up and talk about some of the projects that we've done. So yeah, public opinion in 2016 and just going forward, it just weighs so much more than it used to. So being able to participate in something like this would improve the branding of FYE. So for the second section of the FYE department, which is increasing student involvement, What we thought we could do is host an alumni dinner in order to raise donations. Students could help serve the alumni. And what these donations would be there for is to offer incentives for higher GPAs. But on top of that, just to increase student involvement, we thought just being active on campus, being highly enthusiastic, setting up tables and booths for tip sessions. We even thought of maybe having a dunk tank, maybe having the dean out there getting dunked in the tank, things like that just to get the students involved. And so for the final part of the recommendations for the FYE department, it is developing effective external communication. What we thought we could do for that is reaching out to local and university newspapers, just taking out a ad in that part and just explaining what FYE is and how, maybe a success. We also thought we could do this with local radio stations as well, being able to go on air and have a conversation with a whole broadcast of listeners to talk about what FYE is. A lot of universities have their own radio stations, so we think that would be a great way to reach out as well. And finally, by having like prominent guest speakers on campus, just to talk about how they got through college and maybe successful people to just share their story with freshmen, we think that would really help our freshman students succeed. So, in conclusion, we think that all three of these recommendations will help maximize FYE's potential. By consulting with students and faculty, we are trying to get the full picture of the best way FYE can operate going forward. And listening to those opinions from all parts of college, we think will help FYE both internally and externally.
Currently, the school uses a private email server. However, we recommend that you implement a school-wide email server to make communicating more easy and more effective for the students and for the faculty. We recommend hosting campus events to promote more awareness for what's available for the students. Also, creating a Twitter profile so that the students can stay updated on information on social media sites that they already regularly check. By making these improvements, you can teach good study habits to your students while also showcasing campus resources. There are weaknesses, however, it is an extra class and it only lasts for one semester, but it provides more on-campus jobs and it brings business to other organizations on campus.
Hi, my name is Amanda Paris, and in conclusion, we would like to thank you for giving us this time to speak to your company. We hope that our presentation proved that we are capable of helping your students on your campus to become the best students that they can be. First Year Experience Inc. is a valuable service that will help your students establish a great foundation for the rest of their college career. By following our recommendations, we here at First Year Experience Inc. know that this will be a perfect addition to your college campus. The members believe that giving our company a chance will lead freshmen to be outstanding students throughout their college journey. Making freshman students more engaged with their new home and have more activity with their new home is our top priority. Again, the members of First Year Inc. Experience would like to thank you for giving us this time to speak to your company. Thank you. Do you have any questions? How frequently do you communicate with your stakeholders? We communicate pretty frequently with our stakeholders. Stakeholders are the people who pretty much have a really big impact on our project. Their actions have a really really positive impact on our project. So we communicate with them pretty frequently. With students, we communicate with them daily via email or via the remind text. Um, for our members, we communicate with them daily also, and our sponsors, we communicate with them pretty frequently also. Communicating regularly with stakeholders create a positive understanding and an effective long-term relationship. We want to make that relationship really strong because our stakeholders are really important to us. So we communicate pretty frequently with our stakeholders.